Good morning. This is not what I'm supposed to be on. So, let's see how this goes. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm just going to hang out for a few seconds. Say hi. Say hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Our kiddos don't have school today. So, gosh, maybe you're home and you are not running kids to school either. Everybody's at home because we can't work. Hello. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. Don't be shy. You don't need to be shy. I love it when you guys talk to me. And I know there's a delay, so some of you have probably already said hi and it hasn't come through. Hello. Okay. Christmas in 2 days. Well, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, I guess. But yeah, so we are obviously closed Christmas Eve this year. That's not normal for us. I'm sure I'll be down in my office working. And my assistants both have the day off. So yay for them. But I have work to do. So I'm sure I'll be down here working. All right. You guys, I got a rant. Nobody's gonna say hi this morning. Not one single person. Come on, you guys. There's a whole bunch of you watching. Say hello. I just got a rant today. It is not often that I rant. I do not like to rant. I don't like to get mad about things because that's not problem solving. That's not solving a problem. I hate it when people complain and they don't do anything about it. So, hey Chad, thank you for saying hi. But this morning, yesterday, 2 things in one day that set me off, and I've had it. And so I had a guy yesterday that had a policy that was set up by a non-practitioner. And he said, well, my policy is $20,000 a year. This was after I looked at all his numbers. I'm like, you can't afford $20,000 a year? No. The agent said, oh, this isn't a bad thing. You can just borrow money to pay premium every year. He's like 5 years into this policy. He's not getting 75% of his money going to cash value. So he's not 5 years into this thing. And he's borrowed 2 years to pay premium, didn't pay the loans back because he couldn't afford to. And guess what? Doesn't have $20,000 to borrow for year 3. Oh my God. You don't borrow money to pay premium. That's like a absolute worst case scenario. That is not oh, well, that's no big deal. No, like I've had to do it once. You don't do it every year. You're going to have to pay it back so it's there next year. We don't make money borrowing cash value to turn around and pay premium. That's absolutely asinine. Yet there are people in this country that say we're teaching the infinite banking concept. They're not infinite banking certified. This guy is not infinite banking certified. So we're teaching the infinite banking concept. We're not infinite banking certified. And we're spreading misinformation and sold a policy to a 25-year-old at $20,000 a year 5 years ago when commodity prices were absolutely fantastic. If we understand farming just one iota, we understand that commodity prices go up and down and that we cannot put so much money in a good year that we don't have that money to pay in a bad year. And what is that cycle? Well, it typically follows the cycle of the stock market. And so when stocks are down, commodities are up. Guess what? Every 10 years we have a reset. And so we have to be aware of that. And we have to build a policy so it's flexible, so people can pay it. And then, for God's sake, we need to teach people how to use it. This kid said, well, I get all that money back that I'm paying in interest, right? That comes back to me. No, that does not come back to you. Any money that the insurance company charges you goes back to the company. You're earning uninterrupted compound interest and you're paying interest. Will they tend to offset each other? Possibly. Long term, not short term, long term, they're going to offset each other. But you got to understand what's really happening in the policy. He had no idea. He didn't know when he should use it, when he shouldn't use it. But this guy said, I got something for you. It's called the infinite banking concept. And he's written with a company. It's a great mutual company, but they're not super flexible. So now I got to help him figure out how we're going to reduce this premium. He's going to have to do some legwork, but I got to help him figure out how he's going to reduce this premium. And then next year when premiums due, he's got to call me so we can walk through the scenarios of what can we do? How do we pay it? What do we do with it? Because he's not going to have enough to borrow. And we already went through some scenarios that he got done paying off a $10,000 payment. Okay, there's $10,000. You used to pay that. You did that without a problem. Now that needs to be redirected to this policy. Is the policy bad? No, policy's great. What's bad is that he has a shitty agent that didn't teach him anything. Good intentions? Maybe. But don't tell people you're teaching the infinite banking concept if you're not. Right? If you guys are out there buying this stuff and they're saying, oh yeah, I can do that. How many times do I have to tell you guys? They can tell you that you're going to do it or that they can do it, but do they know what they're actually doing? Do they understand farming? Come on. And this kid, it's not his fault. He didn't even know me 5 years ago, right? So it's not like he went to somebody else. He just went to somebody local and it just happened to be that they were selling the infinite banking concept. If you guys listen to my podcast, Nelson, you will hear me say, Nelson says, and if you've read Nelson's book, you will read it for yourself. This book is not intended to have as a sales technique, right? It is intended as a teaching lesson to get our head around thinking about money differently. And guess what? Everybody goes to the sales technique, everybody goes to the numbers, and it's not about the flipping numbers, and it's not about selling a policy. It is about thinking about money differently. And so my clients get to have access to me that says, Mary Jo, should I buy that? Should I not buy that? And I have a bazillion more questions because it's not just that easy. Yeah, put it in the policy. It's not that easy if you're thinking about money correctly. If you're trying to sell something, it's that easy. Put it in the policy. Which leads me to scenario number 2 that happened yesterday. A call from a new client that said, oh, I saw a video of another guy online that's teaching something just like this. It looks just like this. I'm like, yep, he sure does. He's not infinite banking certified, but he does do this. And he said, well, he said there's no point in doing it if you can't do at least $20,000 a year of premium. What? $20,000 a year is a lot of money to a lot of people. Example number 1, The kid I was just talking about, $20,000 a year. That is a lot of money if you are farming and you don't have an off the farm income. If you are out there helping farmers, or you have somebody that is supposedly helping farmers and understands farming and saying, oh, it doesn't pay under $20,000 a year. Salesman? Trying to make commission? Seriously? What in the heck? I sell policies all day long for less than $20,000 a year. And why? Because we can't afford more than that. We need to get started. We have to be able to pay the premium. Do I really want my clients calling and saying, Mary Jo, I can't afford my premium anymore? No, what did I do? A complete disservice to the client. Does it happen? Yeah, happens to every single one of us. Because on the client side, if you're going to commit to that, you need to be able to pay it. And it's a two-way street. If you're going to agree to $20,000 a year and you're going to let somebody talk you into that, you're going to have to pay that. But at the end of the day, not starting because it's not worth it? What? That's absolute asinine. You can start wherever you want. I started a policy the other day for $4,000 because it was a young person and that's all they could afford. Is that better than waiting till they have $20,000 or stressing them out so they can't sleep at night because it's $20,000? Yeah, you can't come to me at $10,000 and say, well, nothing's working. Well, you put peanuts in, you get peanuts out, is what Nelson always said, right? But if we have to start with peanuts, we're going to start with peanuts. I don't care where we start. Let's just get started. But to put that in somebody's head that it's worthless to even begin, why? Because we're looking for commission? Are you actually teaching the concept? Are you educated on the concept? Do you understand farming and the ups and downs? I've been doing this for 11 years, and let me tell you, there were ups in farming, and there have been a lot of downs. And we need to prepare for the down. And the best time to actually buy a policy and to start this whole process is in the downs, right? So that when it gets good, we have a policy already started to put money into. But if we start in the good times, we're overshooting and we're probably paying more money into a policy than what we're going to be able to afford later. There's a happy medium, people. I had a client the other day that said, Mary Jo, do you think this is a good place for me to start? Do you think this is right for me? I said, honestly? No, I said, you don't understand it. You can't get your head around how we're using it and why we're using it. Like, you need to go back to the book. You need to read Nelson's book. You need to listen to the podcast. You need to listen to the book. I sent him the audio book. I said, you have to understand what you're doing or I'm not issuing a policy. And I said, so educate yourself over the weekend, right? So we talked again. That was the week before. We talked again last week. And he said, so do you think that's right? I said, I don't know. You still didn't answer question X, Y, and Z for me. So until you can answer that, no, this is not right for you. I am not scared to walk away from somebody that does not understand this. Because at the end of the day, we're not ready. It's not, oh, come on, just drop 20 grand in my pocket all day long, and then we're going to get started regardless. No, that's not how this works. This is not about investing your money. This is not about me being the banker. It's about you being the banker and you understanding what you're doing. And if somebody tells you that, oh, you need to put a lot more money in than you're comfortable with, you better walk out that door. And you need to understand what you're getting and what you're buying and what you want to learn. If you want to take control, if you want to be the banker, then you need to be the banker. You need to educate yourself. You need somebody that's going to teach you that process, right? And I do not look at myself as a salesman. Do I sell life insurance? Yes. but I teach you the process. I'm here to walk you through that process. But you have to call. I don't call my clients every day and say, "Oh, Susie, do you have questions?" No. You need to call when you have questions because you're the banker. Right now, y'all are putting everything on the banker's hands and saying, "Run my operation," but then we're mad when the banker pulls back, right? Well, you've let the banker run it. It's time to switch that and you run it. You understand your finances. If you don't understand your finances, if you don't want to control your loans, if you can't be an honest banker that I talk about all the time, this is not something for you. If you want to go to that salesman and just hand it over and be like, "Oh, the magic will just happen," then that's on you because the magic doesn't just happen. We need to understand what we're doing. Nelson says it over and over and over. It is all about how you think. And if we are not taught how to think correctly, it doesn't even pay to have a policy. You have to put your banker hat on and you have to think like a banker. So do we need to do these high premiums, $20,000 a year? No. Boy, there is the reason that this industry has gotten such a bad rap is because of salesmen and people that are greedy and all they want is to make a little bit of commission and they don't give a crap about the client. That ticks me off. Because we are here, I am here to help this industry, not hurt it. And if there is somebody in this industry that is here just for greed and to sell big policies and to make people uncomfortable, that's not okay. We have enough of those people in the world. We don't need any more. All right. The German passion is flowing this morning, people. Hey, Michael. Hi, Joy. Hi, Steve. Good morning, Nikki. A little fired up. Hey, Brandy. I know it is. Brandy, it is early, but I have meetings starting soon for the rest of the day. And so I am not, I'm not going to have time to jump on here again. And tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so I won't be on doing my client review. Hey, Cindy. Cindy, the topic is the infinite banking concept. So, thank you for being new. Sorry you had to catch a rant on your very first time. I authored the book Farming Without the Bank, and that book covers the infinite banking concept. And that book is all becoming your own banker. So between these two books, that's a great start, Cindy. If you are not familiar with the concept, this will bring you up to speed. All my clients are required to read at least Farming Without the Bank so that they understand what they're doing. So I hope that is just very quick little intro. So I apologize that you didn't know. I guess I can't just assume everybody knows why I'm here. Yep, you are right, Nikki. You're going to wait. Oh, you got to wait till you have $20,000 and then you're uninsurable. And the amount of people that I see that are uninsurable is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And so don't assume that you're always going to be insurable or that something's going to happen. I have had, in the last couple of months, I've had people that dad's passed away like in 3 days of a heart attack. Mom's passed away of a heart attack, of a stroke. Like, it just happens. And we are not talking old people. We are talking in their 50s. And I have people in their 20s diagnosed with skin cancer. I've had 3 of them in the last month that are all under 40 diagnosed with some sort of skin cancer or something to become uninsurable. So don't think, Nikki's exactly right. Don't think that, oh, well, I'll just hang out and wait till I have 20 grand. No. Peanuts matter. Hey, John. No, it is not snowing. We have 0 white here in Bismarck. We have nothing white. It is windier than all get out today, and a clipper is coming through, I think. Maybe a clipper. I don't know. Some kind of weather's coming through. And then it's supposed to be nice again for Christmas. And so I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of frost, so at least it feels like Christmas. Because we have no snow, which is so odd. It's nice because the roads will be nice and everybody can travel. But it just doesn't really feel a lot like Christmas when you can walk outside without shoes on. So we haven't. Hi, Emery. Hey, Angie. Angie, you moved to North Carolina and we don't have any snow and it's really nice here. Just saying. Okay. That, you guys, that's it. That's my rant for the day. I don't want to carry on forever about this because we have so many awesome things that we're doing. Just be careful. When somebody tells you they understand the concept, do they understand the concept? You can go on to infinitebanking.org. This happens a lot. People will say, well, they're a practitioner because they teach infinite banking. So I go on to infinitebanking.org, Nelson's website, and you can type, there's a practitioner finder, and you can type their name in there, and it'll pop up if they actually teach and if they're a certified agent. If they're not certified, their name's not going to pop up. So if you're questioning who I'm dealing with, do they understand it? If their name's not on there, they're not a practitioner. Now, there are some people on there that say, oh yeah, I understand it. I used to be a practitioner, or I used to teach infinite banking. Okay, so you used to. There's so many people in this industry that have gotten away from infinite banking and they've tied it up into other things. And they've really taken away from the way we think. They've taken away that thought process of money. And so we, again, using the policy, selling policies, but not necessarily teaching the concept. And so that it goes hand in hand. We need, the policy is the tool, but we need to know how to use it. I mean, I'm not going to give, it would be like putting me on a horse, right? I can ride a little bit, but I'm not good at it. And so you don't probably want to have me care for your horses. If your horse colics, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how much to feed him. We didn't have horses growing up, right? So if you want me to if you put me on this great cutting horse and you want me to go sort cows, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, right? So but I could hire somebody to teach me how to do that. So you have to have a teacher. You have to have somebody on your side to help you, not somebody just to sell you something. 2 in one day, you guys. That gets the German passion going. Okay, well, Christmas is in 2 days. So, guess what? Guess what? You can get this book on audio. You can get Farming Without the Bank on audio. So if you've not bought anybody a Christmas present and you're new here and they have this book and they still haven't read it from last year's Christmas, get them Farming Without the Bank audio. Then they can listen. So that you can get all of the books on farmingwithoutthebank.com. I don't have anything else. Nothing else except have a super, super Merry Christmas. John, same here, supposed to get some snow tonight. Hopefully, John, it's just a dusting of snow, so it makes it look like Christmas, but your roads are good. I also we are almost out of Wealth Without the Bank, but this is, I don't think you can get it in audio on my website anymore. I rewrote this book, so a new one is coming in a couple weeks. I rewrote it, I retitled it, and it's better than ever. That's still, the other one's good. It just got better is all. But no, even you guys that haven't got Nelson's book, you can go to infinitebanking.org and you can get his book on audio as well. I don't know that it's a downloadable audio. I think that it comes on a CD, but it is on audio. And so you can put that onto your computer when you get it. But you can't have it by Christmas. Sorry. Okay, you guys, as always, let me know if you have comments, questions, concerns. I am absolutely happy to help with any of that stuff. Otherwise, you have an absolutely fantastic Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Janine, to you guys too. Tyler, yes, my book is downloadable. So you will, when you purchase it, you will immediately get an email with a receipt and a link to download it onto your phone. You will also, if you scroll down in your email, you will also get access to all of the charts and the case studies that are in there. And so you can have the numbers if you don't want the actual book. I had a guy yesterday that told me he's listened to the book like 14 times already, and every single time he hears something different. But he listened to it 3 times right away in one day. Now, he does a lot of driving, but it's only like an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half recording. So it's not very long, and you can, most people listen more than once. So yes, Tyler, to answer your question, it is downloadable. So that's why you can get it for Christmas. And then you can just forward it to the person that you bought it for, right? You could like print out a picture of the cover and then just wrap that. Because that's what I do with things. Oh, look, it didn't get here in time because I was unorganized and didn't order your presents in time. Or I didn't go shopping. So I'm just going to print a picture of it and then we'll get it later. I do not make Mom of the Year. Nope. I'm too busy helping you guys. Oh, thanks, Chad. That's nice. That's nice. See, Chad's backing me up today, even with my German passion. Okay, guys, I am going to hop off because I have meetings coming up, but have a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you get to spend it with family and not at home alone. We are going to spend it with family. Most of our family has already had COVID, so the other half is not. So we're half safe, you know, unless we get reinfected, I guess. We'll see. Okay, you guys, have a fantastic holiday, and we'll see you after next week. I'll jump on next week at some point. Merry Christmas, Brandy. Have a good day, you guys.